Good job.
On this one, you should have 2 plus 1, which is 3. Square the 3 to come up with 9. Multiply it by 3 to get 27, and then you're adding 3. Answer is 30. Alright, on this one, you should have 4 plus 18 plus 14, which will give you a 36. The answer on this one should be 44. Pick a number from 1 to 5. The winning number today is 1. For the homework check, if you don't have all of the work shown for the problems, don't bring it up here because you'd be wasting your time. You won't get any points for it. You'd have to do it and turn it in late back into the crate.
You said we didn't have to.
Bring it on up. We had 17 out of 18 with homework today, so that amounts to 94%. Here are the answers to the problems. 1 is D. 2 is C. 3 is D. 4 is C. 5 is B. 6 is D. 7 is A. 8 is D. 9 is B. 10 is C. Today's objective. You're going to have to see the structure in expressions. Interpret expressions that represent a quantity in terms of its context. Interpret parts of an expression such as terms, factors, and coefficients. And interpret complicated expressions by viewing one or more of their parts as a single entity. In other words, you're going to have to read an expression and create an algebraic expression out of it. And then in the second half, you have to see an algebraic expression and then write it in words. Here's example 1. Example 1 contains like 12 problems or so. And this is not designed for you to write down everything that's on the screen and then get the answer. Look at it. Read it along with me, and then we have to figure out together what it is we're supposed to write. If we do this one slide at a time without stopping to write it down, then you'll develop a pattern and you'll see it more quickly. The difference of 5 and a number. What operation is difference? Subtract. So we're going to have a subtraction problem. What do I write first? 5 is right. And what do I write in place of a number? X is right. So 5 minus X. Anytime you have a difference and then 2 items after that, the first one is written first, the second one second. So 5 minus X. What about the difference of a number and 5? What expression is that? X minus 5 is right. The sum of a number and 4. X plus 4 is right. The sum of 4 and a number. 4 plus X. Good. The product of 6 and a number. It is 6 times X, but how you're going to write it is 6X. If you just bunch them together, it's implied that it's multiplied. So you don't have to put any kind of a symbol in there. Just 6X. 7 more than a number. What does more mean? Add. So we have add. 7 more than a number. What goes first? X. And then 7. Keep a note of that. Anytime you have 7 more or 7 less, you're going to put that to the right of what the other quantity is. Don't put it in front, because if you do, you're going to get to subtraction and you're going to start putting, for example, 7 less than x, you would write it as 7 minus x, and that wouldn't be right. 7 less than x would be x minus 7. So we have to get in the habit of putting this on the right. 3 less than a number. X minus 3, yes. The quotient. The quotient is the answer to what kind of problem? Divided. And you can write division as this, or you can make it as a fraction. Either way, which goes first? X, and then what comes second? Or x over 4. As a rule, what we're going to use in here is this version. And we're going to stay away from that. We're going to use the division bar as, or the fraction bar as division. What about the quotient of 4 and a number? 4 over x, yes. The third power of a number. X to the third power, yes. The third power of a number is x to the third, or x cubed. A number raised to the fourth power. X to the fourth, yes. So you can say a number to the power of, or a number raised to the power of. The square root of a number. Square root of x is right. That's the square root symbol, and if the square root of a number would just be square root of x. The third root of a number. You do have a square root symbol in there, and you do have an x there, but it is the third root, and you would put a 3 right there. If I had the fourth root of a number, what do I put? A 4 there. This by itself is the square root, and it means that there's a 2 there, but you never write it. But there's supposed to be. It's kind of like 1x. You never write the 1, you just write x. Here's example 2. Now these get a little more difficult, but you'll figure them out really quick. 3 times the quantity of the difference of a number and 6. Now, what can you tell me about anything in this expression? Where can we start? Stickler.
X take away minus 6 times 3.
Okay, he's right about the x minus 6. There's a difference of a number and 6. X minus 6 is right. What comes immediately before this expression? The quantity. Anytime you see quantity, you're going to have to put 2 symbols around something, and it starts with a P. Parentheses. So the quantity of the difference of a number and 6 means the quantity of x minus 6. But before the quantity, what do we have? 3 times. 3 times what? Yeah, 3 times the quantity of something. So you would put your 3 to the left of the parentheses. That means you're going to multiply that quantity, whatever it turns out to be, by 3. So 3 times the quantity, x minus 6. The quantity squared of 6 less than a number. Where should we start? Quantity means what? Parentheses. The quantity what? Squared means you put a square symbol to the outside right. The squared of 6 less than a number. What did we say about 6 less and 6 more? It'd be x minus 6. You always put this to the right if it's 6 less or 6 more. So that's the quantity squared of x minus 6. The quantity cubed of 5 more than the product of 3 and a number. What do I do for the quantity cubed? Parentheses to what power? Third. Of 5 more than. Where do I put 5 more than? To the right. Yeah, that's plus 5. The product of 3 and a number. 3 times x, which is just 3x. So that's it. The quantity cubed of 3x plus 5. Try this practice problem and drop it off up here. For this problem, 4 more than means you have plus 4 on the right. And 4 more than what? The product of 7 and a number. So it's 7x plus 4. The answer to this bonus is 23. $11 less. As soon as I see 11 less, I'm putting minus 11 to the right. 11 less than the quantity squared of 2 more than means plus 2 to the right, and then a number is x. Answer to the bonus is 56. For these problems, you just have to write down the letter that represents the right answer, A, B, C, or D, and use a capital A, B, C, or D. Walk by through here with it. The right answer to this one should be D, 2. For the next one, you can just say it out loud. Answer should be A. What is this one? -5 is right. Answer is B. Here's example number 3. You have x minus 3 and you have to put this in words. Can somebody tell me what this will be? Bruton.
3 less than.
3 less than a number. He is right. 4x plus 2. Stickler?
4.
Close. Yes.
2 more than the product of 4 of them.
2 more than the product of 4 and a number is right. Takes a little while to write these out, but that's what you have to do. What about this? How would I write this one? Clark.
Quantity squared. Okay. I'm just 2 more. Okay, I don't know how to do this.
You are on the right track. The quantity squared of 2 more
Oh, of 2 more. Okay. Of 2 more than a number.
than a number. Yes, that is right. All right. Here's example 4. What about this one? 2x minus 1. Who's going to try this one? Yeah, Malone.
1 less than the product of 2 and a number.
1 less than the product of 2 and a number is right. What about 2 minus 3x? Stickler.
3 more than the product of.
No. Yes.
The product of less than the product of 3 and a number.
Close. Remember, you don't have to use less for subtraction. What other number can you use? Or what other word can you use? Difference. Can anybody do it with the word difference in there?
Difference of 2 and
Yes. You can say it as the difference of 2 and the product of 3 and x. What about this one? Hamilton's going to try it.
2 minus the quantity.
You start, the 2 is right, but then after that it's off.
Or 2 less
He's got it. 2 less than.
the quantity of a number minus 5.
2 less than the quantity of a number
Minus 5.
we could do that with minus 5. How else could we express this? 2 less than the quantity of,
5 less than.
yeah, 5 less than a number. Yeah, that's right.
The quantity.
Yeah, you didn't need to square.
I left it out.
Number not squared more.
2 less than the quantity squared of a number minus 5, or the quantity squared of 5 less than a number. Practice 3, bring this up. For the practice problem, we're going to have 2 less than. 2 less than the what?
Quantity squared.
Quantity squared of what?
3 less than a
Less
number.
than.
Of 3 less than a number. Yes. The answer to this bonus problem is 12. This, the best answer is 2 less than what?
Then the
Eight.
quotient.
The difference of 8.
The quotient of 8.
Quotient,
Can we
yes.
put the divide?
Could we set it?
I'll put 2 as less
Oh.
No, no.
The answer to the bonus is 46.
Can you put me one of these little?
Yep.
I don't like rock. This.
You were saying,